welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lainey. It has been so cold the last 2 to 3 days, so come spend a cold summer day with me. My glasses are so I think they're dirty. I cannot see through them. Okay, I think that's better now. There's quite a quiet morning here going on right now, so what I'm gonna do is just clean up a little bit and make some breakfast for my sister as well. She's on bed rest right now, and then we'll see what else we get up to. The wind, it's so cold. So I showed you what my sister's bowl looked like, what I made her, and then this is what mine looks like. Practically the same thing. The only difference is I'm not eating a slice of bread with my food. I needed something comforting, something warm, because it is so cold. I'm most likely gonna put a hoodie on. Yesterday I wore a hoodie, or yesterday morning I wore a hoodie for like 3 hours, and then I just kind of like I rocked in my bed, wrapped myself in the blanket. So because I wasn't really productive yesterday, I want to get out of my bed, maybe in the living room, do some work and stuff like that. I'm most likely gonna put a hoodie on, or maybe I'll just bring my blanket to the living room and we rock it on the couch. We will see. But I'm gonna eat this. It's still warm. I'm dropping stuff. Just oatmeal, frozen fruit, strawberries, pineapple, cinnamon sugar, and maple almond granola. I'm gonna continue eating. It's actually a lot. I made a lot. I might have made too much. Okay. Continue eating, and I'll see you when I see you. Bro, I was trying to catch it, but the wind was so freaking strong. It was blowing everything down. But it stopped now. Dang, it stopped again. But just know, it is extremely cold for an August summer day. It's happening again. Why did I sit down? I ate breakfast and then I immediately came here and I knocked, or actually didn't knock, but I'm like resting on the bed. I'm like kind of trying to force myself not to sleep, but when I tell you it's so freaking cold and it's just like too perfect not to sleep, but I don't want to. I'm fighting it, but I might have fought it for too long. I think it's gonna happen anyway, so we might just knock, and I'll see you guys when I actually do something today. No, because it's getting serious. Why am I sleeping with 2 blankets on right now? I went to go take a shower. I thought after I shower, I'm gonna get up, be productive, maybe do some reading, because I really want to read. I'm like itching to read, but it's so cold right now. I think it got to me. I'm gonna take a nap instead. So So I'm the type of person who doesn't know electronic breakfast type of thing, but unfortunately I didn't follow my rule today because I was watching TikTok prior to me eating, so then I just kept watching it during me eating. So for lunchtime, I'm going to do my breakfast routine, but at lunch instead, we're switching it up. So no electronics. I'm going to watch some PBS Kids. I like doing this in the morning. But if I'm not doing that, I'm like doing Sudoku or I'm writing something down. But for today, I'm just gonna watch some PBS Kids. And if you're curious, what's playing is Lila and the Loops. It's a new show that came out, I think, last year, February, during Black History Month. Alrighty, so I have my water bottle here. I just finished eating. I have my blankets, my own blanket. So I made a piece of artwork, and I kind of won this like thing at work, and then they printed it on this large picnic blanket. So it's my own artwork on it, which is so cool. But it's so warm and cozy. I got a pillow. I got one of my stuffed animals here. And then the two books that I picked up was Maniac Mickey. It's a very old copy, a copy from my childhood. This was part of my June TBR. I think one of the prompts I had, because I got my TBR through the TBR jar. So I think one of the prompts I had was a reread, or was like a reread, like a childhood reread. Or a children's book reread, something like that. I'm assuming, I can't remember now. So Maniac McGee was the pick for that specific prompt, and I never got around to reading it. And it's a dear and beloved book, so I'm like, you know what? I so want to read this right now. So I maybe will read Maniac McGee. And then I picked up a book I started, but I started it back. Well, I actually started this book like 2 or 3 years ago. Never really got around to it. I was thinking of unhauling it, but I was trying to give it a second chance. So I started it again back in February, and then I never read it again. And it's not the book's fault. It's just because I went into a reading slump, and I'm trying to still get out of the reading slump many months later, but it's not quite working out for me. But I was like, if I don't want to start a new book, we have that. So I think we're just gonna kind of lounge here. I have a YouTube playlist, and I usually typically like to watch like game long plays. So maybe that's like sim builds, maybe that's Minecraft builds, something kind of long, something very slow. Sometime with music, sometime with ambiance, rain sounds, whatever the case is. If I don't want to get too distracted. But sometimes I can watch YouTube videos or have YouTube videos playing and also read at the same time. I don't really care what anyone says. I can multitask. So we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do, because I have playlists like pre-built already for stuff like that. So yeah, but if anything, it doesn't matter. Regardless, we're reading Girl on the Ferris Wheel. Let me shut up and let me start the goddamn book. One thing that I really like about this book is chapters are really short. It makes me feel like I'm reading faster than I actually am. I also realized I didn't even say, oh, I'm shaking the camera, sorry. I didn't even say what the book is about. Let me read you the quick summary here. So this reads, 10th graders Dimitri and Elena could not be more different. He's an outgoing, self-confident drummer in a punk band called Unexpected Turbulence. She's introspective and thoughtful, a movie buff who is living with depression. Dimitri quite literally falls for Elena when he sees her in gym class and slams into a classmate. The two of them navigate the ins and outs of first love. It's exciting, scary, unexpected, and more difficult than they ever imagined. They say opposite attract, but Dimitri and Elena soon realize there is so much they just don't understand about each other. It begs the question, how long can first love possibly last when you're so different? I will say, first love trope, like I've never really read that in a book. No, I don't think I've ever read that in a book. Seen it in movies, seen it in TV shows is not really my thing. It was a little hard to get into the beginning of the book because of how strong the boy was. I mean, it wasn't like pushy, but Dimitri saw Elena, and he already was like, oh, I like her, I want to know her name, I want to da-da-da. I'm like, nigga, you just like looked at her. The fuck is going on right now? So it did put me off a little bit, but it's not in a like weird way. I think they're high schoolers, but this is reading very much like it's a middle grade book. So I don't think it's meant, like, it's not written to be weird or creepy and stuff like that. It's just I find it, I'm not like disturbed by it, but I'm like but anyways, I'm gonna push through. Nothing else to that. I'm just gonna push through. Okay, so I'm a little close to wanting to close this book, but I need to give it a little bit more of a chance. I'm really also I'm not a romance, like I love romance stories, fan fictions, TV show, movies, but I don't know why I never gravitated to reading romance books. And I was reading this and I was like, I kind of remember what happened, but also I didn't remember. So I actually just backtracked a couple of pages and I'm like, yeah. So I backtracked, right? And just hear this. So the Dimitri exes Eliana to I really hope while I was reading that summary I didn't say Eliana to a football game, right? So he goes, the next morning when I see Eliana in film class, I have a small panic attack because the aura she's projecting is like the previous day never happened. She shushes me 3 times when I try to talk to her and ignores the notes I pass. I'm getting set to drop a pretty potent protest at her feet when the bell rings, but before I can open my mouth, she lays a hand on my forearm. Can we take the talking for Friday night? I don't like to get in trouble. She smiles at me and leaves the room. The date is still on. Phew, that's all I need to know. Mind you, this girl's not talking to him, right? Okay, whatever. Protest at her feet. Second of all, he asks her to this football game. If I'm remembering correctly, he goes to the girl's bathroom. What? And I could be mixing my timeline up. Like, he didn't ask her to the football game in the girl's bathroom. It doesn't matter. Regardless, he went to the girl's bathroom regardless, chasing after her. I'm just thinking in my head, if I am getting upset with this, I literally cannot imagine reading any romance books. Not to say I've never read a romance book. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking of Say You Remember Me. I read that in middle school, but at least from what I remember, I loved that book. I cried at that book. A couple months ago, I started to listen to it on Libby, and then that's when I got in my reading slump. So I let the time run out on Libby. That was back in like the first week of February, right before I got into my reading slump. But I love Say You Remember Me. So I know I'm not truly opposed to romance stories. I just think this one might be a little bit of a hit, but I will try to go past the new chapter, which was like that 2 and something pages I just showed you guys. I'll try to get past that point just to give this a chance, but I am backtracking a little bit, getting up to the point that I just was, and then I'll try to go past it, and then I'll come back with my thoughts. It's not horrible, so I'm like, stop being fucking dramatic and just read the goddamn book. Which I'm gonna do. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna do it. I'm just struggling a little bit. Are you crooked? Oh shit. Anyways, it's dark and gloomy, but it's too dark and gloomy. So it looks off. Good morning, guys. I was originally gonna do just kind of one day, but it's still so cold, so I thought I'll take you guys through another cold summer day with me. I'm going to cook. I woke up so late. It's already 11 o'clock, and that's when I wanted to start cooking, between 11 and 12, but I need some breakfast, so I'm going to cook and read today. But first, I have to make myself some coffee, so let's go ahead and do that.